Good morning and welcome to Newsday Tuesday. I'm your host Andrew Foster and we're joined by my co-host Mr. Sivir, who unfortunately isn't with us today, but he will be joining us next week for Newsday Tuesday when we're back as a full team. First, to international news. Have you ever been so annoyed by a fly buzzing around your room, hearing that zzzz as it circles? Well, a Frenchman in his 80s decided that he'd had enough when a fly came to join him for dinner on Friday night. He just sat down and was just about to take his first bite when the fly entered the room. Buzzing around his head, the Frenchman decided he was going to take matters into his own hands. He picked up his electric fly swatter and he hunted the fly down. When he was just about ready to pounce, he started his electric fly swatter off, and as he came into contact with the fly, he also had a reaction with his gas mains. The gas blew up, an explosion blew his entire kitchen up and part of his roof. The Frenchman, who remarkably only had light burns to his hand, managed to walk away generally unscathed. As goes for the fly, well, we don't know what happened to that, but I hope it escaped as well. Now, turning to our national news. A couple from East Sussex decided they wanted to make sure they could have all their friends and family around when they were having their wedding. Unfortunately, due to the COVID situation at the moment, they could only have a maximum of 30 people there. So they came up with a bit of a solution. Romany and Sam, who were from Bramley, Guildford, decided it would be a really nice idea if they decided to cut out massive life-size cutouts of their friends and family. That way they could have all 100 guests there to enjoy their special day. So they popped off down to the printers and it came in at a whopping £2,000 in cost. But at least they got to say they were happy to have everyone there. They had 14 real guests and everyone else was joined digitally and was able to see themselves sat in the aisle and sat around the tables while everybody did the speeches. It was a fantastic day, and when the bride was asked where the idea came from, she said, well, one of her bridesmaids was from Nashville in the United States, and because she wasn't going to be able to fly back, they joked that perhaps they could get a cardboard cutout of her. They decided to take one step further and have the entire ceremony there, full with their friends and family, all as life-size cutouts. Now, as we bounce on, we're going to take a look at the local news. Now, have you ever wanted to be Tony Stark, Iron Man, flying through the skies? Well, a Harlem inventor has done just that. Richard Browning has just been working on a fabulous invention from Gravity Industries jetpack, and he has been helping down at the Weir in Bradford and Avon with the rescue crews from Serve On. He's been helping them with their training exercises to move equipment up and down the weir as they tried to sandbank it in to stop the river from rising. Mr. Browning has done amazing displays all over the county with his Daedalus Mark I, and he uses several miniature jet engines to propel him up into the air. Finally, we're going to move over to sport. First to the cricket. So, England managed to beat Australia in a fast-paced one-day international event. They managed to level the series now at 1-1. England scored 231 runs with 9 wickets remaining, and Australia scored 207 runs all out.
Comes, all gone. Fast hands from Jos Buttler, brilliant from Adil Rashid. Outstanding comeback from England.
And next to the tennis and the US Open. Dominic Thiem managed to beat Alexander Zverev in the Sunday final. A fantastic match. Dominic Thiem dedicated his win at the end to his whole life. He said it had all been dreaming toward this first Grand Slam title. And finally, we're going to take a look at the football. On Saturday, Arsenal beat Fulham 3-0. Liverpool had a nail-biting game with a 4-3 run against Leeds. Southampton lost unfortunately to Crystal Palace 1-0, and unfortunately for Mr. Sivir, which I'm sure he doesn't want me to mention, Tottenham lost on Sunday, unfortunately 1-0 to Everton. There is always next time, Mr. Sivir, an opportunity for Tottenham to turn it around. Well, that has been Newsday Tuesday, but before I go, I'd like to tell the members of Key Stage 2 that if they want an opportunity to join us here on the news desk, if they inform their teachers about a news article they want to talk about, they can join us right here, live in the action. Well, this has been Newsday Tuesday. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week, and I will catch you around school. Goodbye. Zverev, 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 Zerev, Ziev, Zerev, Zverev, Zverev. I've got it. Zviev, Zverev,
Yeah.
Zverev, Zverev,
That's it.
Zverev, Ziev, Zerev,